Singapore, a country smaller than many cities, yet one of the world's biggest economic success stories. A nation famous for futuristic skylines, world-class infrastructure, outstanding public safety, global business headquarters, and one of the strongest economies in Asia. When people dream about working abroad, they usually think of Canada, Australia, Germany, the United Kingdom, or the United States. But Singapore? It has quietly become one of the most desirable destinations for skilled professionals from around the world. And that raises an important question. Could this tiny island nation offer opportunities that are even better than many larger countries? Because sometimes the size of a country doesn't determine the size of its opportunities. But before you get excited, there is something extremely important you need to understand. The Singapore you see on social media and the Singapore you experience as a foreign worker can be two completely different realities. The internet shows luxury shopping malls, Marina Bay Sands, gardens by the bay, clean streets, modern transportation, and one of the highest standards of living in Asia. But it rarely shows the intense competition for jobs, strict immigration policies, the rising cost of living, employer expectations, and the pressure of building a future in one of the world's most competitive economies. Because migration is not tourism, and living in Singapore is completely different from visiting it. So today, we are going to uncover the complete reality of Singapore Work Visa 2026, including jobs, salaries, cost of living, work visa process, PR pathway, work culture, lifestyle reality, hidden challenges, and the psychological reality of building a successful future in one of Asia's most developed countries. Because for some people, Singapore could become the biggest opportunity of their lives. But for others, it could become one of the toughest places to build a long-term career. Now, first, understand one important thing. Singapore has one of the strongest economies in the world. Its economy is driven by finance, banking, information technology, artificial intelligence, healthcare, biotechnology, engineering, logistics, shipping, aviation, manufacturing, hospitality, tourism, and digital services. And honestly, Singapore continues to attract talented professionals from every corner of the world. Now let's talk about the heart of the country, Singapore City, the financial, commercial, technological, and business center of the nation, home to global banks, international companies, technology giants, and thousands of multinational headquarters. But here's the important truth. Living in one of the richest countries in Asia does not automatically guarantee success. Because migration is not simply about changing countries. It is about employment, financial stability, adaptation, legal status, emotional resilience, and long-term planning. Now let's talk about jobs. This is where reality becomes important. Singapore regularly recruits professionals in information technology, software development, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, data science, finance, banking, healthcare, nursing, engineering, construction, logistics, manufacturing, hospitality, hotels, restaurants, aviation, education, skilled trades. However, opportunity does not automatically mean employment. Employers still expect professional qualifications, relevant work experience, strong English communication skills, reliability, professional behavior, and the ability to work in a highly competitive environment. Preparation before arrival remains one of the biggest keys to success. Now let's discuss salaries. Singapore offers some of Asia's highest salaries. Depending on profession and experience, workers may earn approximately 2,500 SGD to 12,000 SGD per month. Highly qualified professionals working in finance, technology, healthcare, engineering, and executive management may earn significantly more. But salary alone never tells the complete story, because now comes another important reality: cost of living. Housing, food, transportation, healthcare, insurance, daily expenses, everything requires careful financial planning. Accommodation is often the biggest monthly expense. A high salary only becomes meaningful when combined with smart budgeting. Now let's talk about work culture. Professionalism matters, punctuality matters, respect matters, discipline matters, efficiency matters. Singaporean workplaces are known for their fast pace, high expectations, strong performance standards, and multicultural environments. Employees are expected to learn continuously, solve problems, take responsibility, and consistently deliver quality work. Building trust with employers often leads to long-term career growth. Now let's talk about visas. Most foreign professionals require an employer-sponsored work pass before legally working in Singapore. Depending on qualifications and salary, applicants may qualify under different employment schemes. Preparation matters, research matters, contract understanding matters, and verifying every employer before accepting an offer is extremely important. Now let's discuss something social media rarely shows: the emotional reality. Because this is the side many migration videos completely ignore. Imagine moving to one of the world's most advanced cities, a new workplace, different people, different expectations, a completely different lifestyle. Everything changes. At first, everything feels exciting, but after several weeks, reality begins. Homesickness, loneliness, stress, pressure, missing your family, trying to adapt to a completely new environment. These emotions are common among migrants around the world, and honestly, there is nothing unusual about experiencing them. Success abroad is built through patience, consistency, learning, and resilience. Now, here's another uncomfortable truth. Many people believe moving to a rich country automatically guarantees success. It doesn't. A work visa creates an opportunity. Success depends on what you do after arrival. Because success abroad depends on adaptation, discipline, continuous learning, financial planning, emotional strength, professional development, and long-term commitment. Now here's one of the biggest mistakes people make. They compare countries through travel videos, social media, tourism advertisements, success stories, but they ignore everyday reality. Migration is not entertainment. Real migration means sacrifice, hard work, paperwork, uncertainty, adaptation, continuous learning, and personal growth. The people who succeed are usually those who remain patient when life becomes difficult. Now let's answer the biggest question. Is Singapore the right destination for everyone? The answer is no. Singapore is not for people expecting instant success. It is not for unrealistic migration fantasies, and it is not for people who believe moving abroad automatically solves every problem. But Singapore can become an outstanding destination for professionals who possess valuable skills, a strong work ethic, realistic expectations, and the willingness to continuously improve themselves. For the right person, Singapore offers outstanding career opportunities, international work experience, a world-class economy, exceptional public safety, excellent infrastructure, and the possibility of building a stable future while following the country's legal immigration pathways. Because at the end of the day, migration is never simply about crossing a border. It is about creating a better future through preparation, discipline, persistence, and smart decisions. Singapore may be one of the smallest countries in the world, but for millions of ambitious professionals, it represents one of the biggest opportunities. And sometimes, the opportunity that changes your life exists in a country where the world sees only skyscrapers, but those who prepare properly see something much greater: a future built on opportunity, stability, and long-term success. If you want deep global analysis and practical insights about countries, visas, migration, cost of living, jobs, salaries, student pathways, and real-life opportunities, make sure you subscribe to the World Guide, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments so you can plan smarter for your future.